Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, hello, everybody, in the room today and virtually online. I'm glad to see so much participation today. Usually we have pretty quiet hearings. This is nice. So it is 10:01 right now, so we'll go ahead and start this hearing. So we're here today for the zoning administrator hearings. We have two items on the agenda. The first is for a use permit at 35 Mitchell Boulevard, and the second is for an extension of existing entitlements at 7 Oak Street. For each item, I will ask each planner to give a brief overview of what the project is. As a zoning administrator, I will ask questions, if any, after which the applicant will have to give a presentation if they like, at their discretion, completely up to them. Following that, I will open the item for public comment. At which time anybody in the room, of course, can comment, and anybody online, I'll ask that you raise your hand in the Zoom function, and anybody who may be calling in, it looks like we have everybody here on Zoom. But if anybody is calling in online on their phone, you can press star and then you have to wait. Because we can't actually close the door because this is. You know what? Usually we don't close the door. There's a public hearing. We make sure that people know that they're welcome to join at any time. Not usually so loud outside. We try. We've got good. Everyone's alive today. So with that, we have our project planner, Kavitha, for 35 Mitchell Boulevard. This is a request for a conditional use permit to operate a Qigong, excuse me, thank you very much. Qigong studio at 35 Mitchell Boulevard, Suite 10. Kavitha, please begin your presentation.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kavitha Kumar. I'm the project planner for this project. I'm a consultant planner working with the city of San Rafael. And so the project, as the zoning officer mentioned, is the 35 Mitchell Boulevard. And it's a request for a conditional use permit to operate a Qigong studio at Suite 10. This is an existing building, so the suite has been vacant for a few years, and the new studio is going to be going in there. The proposed request is to operate the Qigong studio in Suite 10, and the facility is proposed to be used for group classes for a maximum of 20 students, as well as individual sessions. The hours of operations, as stated in the staff report, is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The classes will vary from 1 to 3 classes per day, conducted 5 days a week, usually on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and during the weekends. So typically there are no classes on Mondays and Fridays. Approximately 10 individual sessions will also be conducted per week, and the applicant is the sole proprietor and the only instructor. There are no other employees proposed with this application. And as I mentioned, this suite was previously used by a personal trainer and has been vacant since 2022. Staff has gone through the project and has worked closely with the applicant and has been able to make the findings that are required for the use permit for the use permit. The site is designated as office mixed use in the 2024 general plan land use map, and typical activities in this include general offices, medical offices, and professional offices, and administrative or headquarter offices. The proposed use is in accordance with the general plan policy LU 2.3, which is neighborhood serving commercial uses, and PROS 2.5, which is recreation and health, and also PROS 2.6, local partners. And the goals of the diverse and balanced business mix of the general plan is served. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah,
sorry. The site is designated as office, a district, O district in the zoning map, and it's consistent with the objectives of the zoning ordinance. And the staff has been able to make the other findings, including the parking requirements for this project. And with that, staff recommends approval of this project with the associated conditions of approval listed in the staff report. And I also wanted to mention I've received 2 letters of support for this project, and they are added to the record. And I did get an email from the applicant yesterday requesting that we consider extending the time for the studio. So we had a discussion, and that is something I would like for her to bring it up during question and answers or as a request to the zoning officer. So this is something, it's a late information, so it is not included in the staff report. So with that, I will conclude my presentation. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And also the applicant is in the at the hearing. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Kavita. I don't have any initial applicant questions, or excuse me, planner questions, except for the one about the hours. So I'll have the applicant to make a presentation at this time.
So when I did my business narrative, I said that the last class would start at 6 o'clock, and that now I'm having things end at 6 o'clock. So classes could be as long as 90 minutes. That would take 7:30. As I've been working on possible schedules more, I'm thinking some classes people might like to go a little bit later. So I'm thinking if we could extend it so that the end of the business day would be 9 o'clock, so I could start a class between 6 and 7 for people after work. It wouldn't increase any use because there's only so many classes I can teach per week. But just have a little more flexibility on the hours.
Okay, great. Anything else?
No, I'm just eager to, I've been
Sure.
wanting to teach for 25 years, so I'm very eager to get going.
And just to clarify, is that still Tuesday through Sunday? Same
Yeah,
every day?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so with that, I will open this up for public comment. Oh, and I will just add, in just terms of including public comment in the record, I do have a letter of support, from Sue Yi, who, expresses their support of this project, and those comments will be included directly into the minutes, as well as, what else could be has received. So, but with that, I will open this for public comment. At this time, anybody in the room may speak, and if you are online, please raise your hand and we'll give you a few minutes to speak. So looks like. Okay, Bruce, please go ahead. If you're able to, you should be able to unmute. Bruce, maybe you can type in the chat.
Can you someone?
Am I back?
Oh, there you are.
There you
Yeah, yes, you'll have to unmute yourself. Okay, Bruce, go ahead.
Still muted.
Oh, Bruce, you'll have to unmute yourself.
There you go.
Yeah,
Try that.
Perfect.
perfect.
Okay, now I can't see you, but can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can
sir.
hear you.
Okay. Tira has been just a wonderful person and has been offering her Qigong classes in Oleander Park. And we all love it. And I look forward to having one-on-ones with her in her office, her new office.
Thank you, Bruce. Do you mind sharing your full name to include in the record? It's completely up to you.
Fine. Arnold Bruce Doll, D-O-L-L, San Rafael, 200 Bayview Drive.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank Tira and you all. And thank you for doing this online. We save gas mileage.
Sure. All right, I'm going to just mute you one more time. Okay, next we have Amy McKelvey. I'm going to allow you to talk as to unmute. You should be able to unmute yourself.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, thank you. I have been a student of Tira's and taking her Qigong classes for some time now. And I'm also a small business owner with offices at 35 Mitchell Boulevard. I'm number 7. And I am so excited to have her close to my work. The Qigong practice is something I think we all need. I wish the whole county would attend her classes. She is a marvel of a teacher, and I'm grateful that she is going to be in an indoor space, because sometimes outside you're dealing with the elements and it's hard to focus. So thank you for this opportunity to speak on her behalf, and I can't recommend her enough. At the building, we all welcome her. It's a perfect space for her.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amy. Unmute you. Let's see, Bruce, did you have another comment?
No, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay, there we go.
All right, well, I'll just give a moment if anybody else would like to speak on the project. And it looks like we have none, so which looks like no one in the room as well. So with that, I will close this public comment, close this hearing. As zoning administrator, I've reviewed the report. I do not have any particular questions. I do want to note that this is being considered, this type of use can be both considered a specialized education and training facility and also an indoor fitness and recreation facility, both of which are permitted with a conditional use permit in the office district. The findings, as Kavitha reviewed, meet our general plans, regulations, as well as our existing city zoning code. The extension to 9 p.m. still falls within our permissible use hours in San Rafael as it relates to noise limits. So we don't actually have set business hours, but in this case, as Kavitha mentioned, this will be entirely enclosed in the existing space. There will be a limited need for parking due to the number of class sizes, and as well in this district, there is ample parking existing at the site. Also, no additional parking is required for our internal determinations. The conditions of approval are standard for all use permits. That includes that this is approved use with the approved hours we've included. If at any time those change, they'll come back to the planning department and we'll review whether or not they need to be more thoroughly vetted. Everything presented for the staff report becomes part of the project. Again, any changes would have to go through planning. The project is subject to all applicable laws and regulations, including noise limits, revocation, should there be any issue, and permit validity. The permit will become effective on March 8th, following the appeal period, of which there is a 5 business day appeal period available to property owner, business owner, and any member of the public. I will review that fee schedule now and we'll repeat again after our next item. The appeal fee is $358 for a resident of San Rafael and $5,119 as a deposit for the applicant or a non-resident of San Rafael. Fees, a letter of appeal, and the fees must be paid within that, be postmarked or delivered to City Hall within those 5 business days. If no appeal is received, the project will become effective and a business license can be applied for. So with that, I will close this item. Thank you very much for attending.
Thank you very much. Congratulations. Watch for the information. We will.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great rest of the morning.
Great, thank you, Kavitha.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Did you? All right, our next item here today is a request for a time extension of the existing land use entitlements for a 120 unit mixed use building granted under design review permit ED 18-018, use permit UP 18-008, and lot line adjustment LLA 18-001, and this is for 703 3rd Street. Way to say it. So I'll ask our project planner and planning manager, Margaret Kavanaugh Lynch, to please present.
You, Renee. Good morning, everyone here and online. Margaret Kavanaugh Lynch, planning manager. This is a simple extension of the existing entitlements that were in place for the project at proposed for 703 Third Street. I'm going to give a very brief executive summary because I believe everyone on this call and everyone in this room is very familiar with this project, so I don't want to bring us through all of it again. So it was approved originally at City Council on October 7th, 2019. It does have three components as Renee mentioned. There's a use permit, there's an environmental design review, and there's a lot line consolidation as part of this project. There is a density bonus component as well. This project has been extended in the past. It was extended to 2021 at the first extension, and then COVID, and everything got extended a little bit further on to April 7th, 2023. And then on the applicant submitted this request to the planning division on February 14th. That's not true. Last October. And this request is to continue the existing entitlements as proposed through basically February 26, 2027. So that's sorry, just to go back. Yes, there was another request sent in on February 14, 2023, and that was extended through March 2025. The applicant team submitted another extension timely last October, and that is what's bringing us here today. The exact same SQL findings, exact same use permit, design review, lot line adjustment findings were made again. The items that were worth noting, but in the end, there was no additional considerations to be had, is we've changed our general plan and our downtown precise plan since the original entitlement. So, however, this project at this location is seamlessly in line with the goals and objectives of our new general plan and our new downtown precise plan. I did bring forward the finding that's written with the updated zoning district discussions, only because I didn't want to do anything to call into question the solidness of the entitlements. The staff is recommending approval of the extension for 2 years from this date, as written in the last extension, basically. So I just brought forward all the conditions and findings, updating the language a bit, with the only change being now we're 2 years from this date. I know it's been a long road. I know that the economy's been uncertain, and there was a plague. There was a rent cost in the letter of application. It was listed that the rents have decreased to the 2019 levels at this point. The economy itself, construction financing is really has been uncertain. City of Santa Fe is seeing a number of applicants come back, extending their entitlements with the hope that it's actually the market is turning and there will be some way to actually get this construction moving. City staff is very supportive of that idea and this project specifically. I have to apologize because I did not get the report emailed out yet, but I did confirm that the conditions did not change except for the date. So I'm happy to take any questions regarding what that means or any other questions regarding the project itself. I did get one public comment. A neighbor, I don't know if they just own land or if they live nearby, had some concerns about traffic, but they realized that this wasn't going to be a reopening of the entitlements. This was an extension. So he just voiced concern about more people living downtown. So I was able to speak to him, and I don't believe he's going to attend the hearing as a result of our conversation. But that is the only public comments we received. Very informal presentation, but I'm glad to answer any questions you might have.
All right, thank you very much. I, zoning administrator, do not have any questions, so I will open it up to the applicant if they'd like to present.
I think that Mark did a great job of presenting everything that, I would say, asking for tier extension, no changes to existing.
Wonderful, thank you very much. And I don't have any questions on that either. Thank you. So with that, I will open this for public comment. Anybody, I think we maybe have a new attendee. Anybody who is online, please use the raise hand function if you would like to speak, and we'll give you a few moments to make comment. A couple more seconds, see if we have anybody on, which we do not. Let's check. And with that, I see no raised hands, no request for public comment. If for any reason you're having technical difficulties and you would still like to make comment, we're open to emails following this hearing as well. So with that, I will close the public hearing, as I previously mentioned. As zoning administrator, I just want to make clear that this is an extension, as Margaret mentioned, not an opening of the existing entitlement. So in review of the extension, I understand the findings that there, of course, are many constraints that we're all facing now, seeing development happen in the city. This was a development that was thoroughly vetted, beginning in 2018, based on the date of the permits, and it looks like 2019 was when city council adopted. So as Mark mentioned, there has been a change, downtown precise plan and other factors. All of those factors and all of those reports did surround around housing and expecting that downtown. So I agree that there is no particular item that would hold that extension. So with that, as zoning administrator, I do conditionally approve this extension for the project with the conditions that were mentioned and will be included in the staff report and in the minutes to come. That is a 2-year extension from this date today. So that is February 26th, 2027. And that is all. There is an appeal, there is still an appeal period for this extension, which is 5 business days, as previously mentioned. That is a $358 fee for a resident and a $5,100. Close to memorizing that number.
Same.
It was gonna be an 8 or a 9. $5,119 deposit for a non-resident or the applicant to appeal this decision. That appeal must be received in writing, either dropped off physically here in our offices or by mail, with the check within those 5 business days, after which this entitlement will become effective. Well, thank you all very much for attending. With that, that closes today's zoning administrator hearing and our 2 items. I thank you all for attending. Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.